Alright, what is up everybody? So we're here for an unboxing, and I have a case here that, of course you already figure out what it is by the name of this video, but I am very happy for this box right here because it's something that I have wanted and I just paid a ton of money to get, and I'm really happy for it. So I decided today we're going to use nothing other than my butterfly knife, and you'll see why I feel like we should use my butterfly knife. So I'm going to open it up here. And we are going to then cut the tape of the box. And I believe that's all of the tape. Yes, it should be all of the tape. I'm going to close my butterfly knife, and we're going to go ahead and open this box. And we have a receipt right there. And there you go. You can see the box. Man, this thing has a lot of heft to it. Elemental Knives. Now, I'm not sponsored or anything, but I wanted something from them, and here's what it is. It is, well, of course, we have a warning here saying, this is a collectible item intended for display purposes only. Do not practice flipping the knife as it may result in injury. This product is not intended for anyone under the age of 18 years old. This product has been purchased illegally. Please return it immediately. Visit Elemental Knives Legal for more information regarding knife laws. So here it is. It is a CSGO butterfly knife, Black Pearl. And my God, this thing, picking it up, is actually really awesome. It's bigger than I would imagine. And this thing is awesome. Now, it does have the CSGO latch and everything, and just for a size comparison here, this is my knife versus and how big it is compared to the CSGO one. CSGO is bigger, so let's unlock this thing here. I don't even know if I can flip this. Yeah, it's super tense right now, but even though it's really tense, there you go. Let me go ahead and just pick up my camera here and show you guys. This is awesome. Now, this thing is very sharp. I ordered it sharp because I wanted an actual knife. And dear Lord, like, if I just set this down right here next to my non-CSGO butterfly knife, it's bigger. See, it's like almost 2 inches bigger on just the blade alone. That's awesome. So anyway, guys, that is going to be my unboxing. I will do a video on it later, so hope you'll enjoy. Whoa, what is up, everybody? Now you're going to see something very unique here. So I just bought this, which is the Elemental Knives Butterfly Knife Black Pearl, which I gotta say, I love it. It's much bigger than anything else in my collection. But I decided that I was going to do this video and talk about cases. Now, my office is a little bit dirty right now, but I've got a gun case. So I figured that, you know, whenever I go on the road, I don't want to have to be carrying around boxes or just my knives out loose. You know, I want somewhere safe to protect them. So this can actually be locked, but it's just a single scope rifle case, you know, with the foam insulation on the inside. And instead of, say, if you're wanting to get this one, it's the Plano SE series single scope rifle case. It's like 20 bucks over at Big R. Alright, what is up, everybody? Now, my camera is going to be a little bit low for me, so let me just crank it up here really quickly. So I bought my first butterfly knife from, well, not my first butterfly knife. I bought my first knife from Elemental Knives, and my God, do I love it. I loved how they packaged it. I loved how they shipped it. I loved how the fact of, you know, how much handiwork went into this knife, along with the fact that in the bottom of the box they give you a holster so that you can put your knife in on your belt loop. That's awesome. Worth the money. $50. It's amazing. Here's, of course, the butterfly knife. It is a Black Pearl. It is. I ordered the one that was sharp, which is all they have available. And I have my case which is really just a gun case that I'm going to modify to hold on my butterfly knives for whenever I travel. And I have more butterfly knives than 5 now. 5. So, of course, like I said, this is CSGO butterfly knife. It operates just the exact same as a normal butterfly knife. It's got the latch on it, keeps it locked, so, ding, 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 can't move it. And you can't really, just like flick it like a normal one. It doesn't dangle there either. So if you actually were to hold this knife, get my hand moved, you actually have to squeeze down on both handles, and it'll unlock. Now for me, it didn't really do it that time. See if I can get it to go. There we go. Automatic. It's on a spring. Now the nice thing is that this thing will not flop around. It's locked in there by a spring. It'll still move, but it will stay in that position. So whenever you're flipping it, it stays out of your way. So of course we're going to go ahead and flip this. And I do. If you're wondering what that is, I got a new ring. It's a Franklin Mint 10 karat gold with an onyx. Very lovely. But I do like this more, even though the ring costs more. But we're going to go ahead and, of course, just flip this. So, first off, normal flips perfectly. Now, the thing you're going to actually have to account for is that this is a bigger blade and you're dealing with a curved handle. So, whenever, you flick it up like that, the blade doesn't, if you're flicking it over your thumb, that blade will most likely touch right there or up higher. So you want to make sure that you do it the first move over your knuckles, because that way the signature curve of the blade won't actually hit, but this part will stay away from your skin. And of course you can flip it open. And then of course, flipping it closed, same things backwards. Signature CSGO move, fast drawing it, which I think is like the second animation, works perfectly. Of course, like I said, I know what I'm doing, and I can actually, turn around here for you guys. So, flicking it forward, flicking it back, perfect. Now, one that I haven't really done very much is the ice pick, which is, the signature backstab. So, to do a, ice pick, you go like that, and then you bring the handle up, which it didn't go up the first time, but you see, even holding the handle here, it's just amazing. Now, of course, the other ice pick move that I know is really hard to do because, one, it's a curved handle, and two, I'm not used to having the weight to it, but whenever it does do it, it normally lands perfectly, and that gets the blade headed towards my arm. So, it does work. I haven't tried to do a quick draw on it. I haven't tried to do a Zen rollover. Honestly, I'm a little bit afraid to do a Zen rollover because, it's on a curved angle, and this thing is sharp, and I don't trust it yet. But I'll go ahead and show it off. I'm actually going to lock this now and open. But, of course, it's got the little thumb guard. So, technically, I can hold that there on my finger very poorly, but I can hold it there on my finger. And it keeps your hand, from sliding too far up on a curved handle. But you can see here the black pearl, which I don't know if this is a full black pearl or not. I just know it's a randomized pattern, but it is very nice nonetheless. And I wish that they made these, which I don't know if they do because of the new update that added in all the new butterfly knives or not. I know originally there was not a black pearl. I don't believe so. Anyway, it does flip very well. It is very large, very heavy though, which is very good, and it's crafted amazingly. If you have any questions about, elemental knives, questionableness, they have, full legal sites, where you can actually check into all of their legal everything. Some of the this is a second generation butterfly knife. The first generation, you could choose to have them dulled, so they couldn't actually cut you. Now, I'm not actually going to touch that blade because, not stupid, but it is very sharp. I will say that. And, of course, they sell all the knives, and I believe it's only the butterfly knife and the karambit that have the 2 generations. And I will try to get my hands on more CSGO butterfly, or not butterfly knives only, but I do collect these. So I will be buying more of these. I may be getting some like karambits and Bowie knives, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I do really like this. The only thing that's a whole lot different than handling a normal butterfly knife is that right there. Which, I mean, this is the non-bite handle, but you can see it's got more of a tongue sticking out of it. So it's a little weird having that hit your hand whenever you're flipping it. It's a little if you haven't flipped them before, it's a little weird. Now they do give a warning, which is a very good warning at first, because the warning says that this is display item only, not to flip it because it can hurt you. That basically cuts them out of liability. Being that I know how to flip a butterfly knife, it's a whole lot different. Whenever I first got this, you have to loosen it up, because if you try to flip it, and you just unbox and you try to flip it, it probably will cut you because it is thick. It's still not very greased up. I mean, this handle is, but you can see here the normal handle isn't all worked out yet. And I imagine whenever it gets a little bit more loose, that it will flip even more. Which I just have to sit around doing this for a little while. Like I said, I do highly suggest this. It is a very good item, collector's item even. There's that. It looks awesome. I mean, I went and have said, about my CSGO inventory before. People have offered me for my butterfly knife, which is actually worth more now than what I paid for it. But the everything that I have on my inventory was a collection. My whole reason for buying StatTraks only is because they're more limited and they normally cost more. So I would, I've had a collection where I'm going to put more investments into it to get more, exotic skins in StatTrak. And have everything possible in StatTrak. Except for knives. That's stupid. Going, okay, I'm going to buy a butterfly knife, a gut knife, a bayonet, an M9 bayonet, a karambit, a Bowie knife, all this stuff. That just set me back a fortune. But I do have my StatTrak butterfly knife, which if I do change, I'm going to upgrade it and not just do a trade for a different skin. Just because I really like that butterfly knife, and it's kind of more personal to me now. And I made an agreement whenever I was about to buy the butterfly knife on CSGO that whenever I do this, I'm going to buy a butterfly knife in real life before I buy one on CSGO. And I did, and I still have that butterfly knife. And the trainer that I bought with it. And then I have the second trainer and my second butterfly knife, which is the gold one. And now I have the ultimate collection for my prize is a Black Pearl CSGO butterfly knife. And honestly, I have to say I'm really happy with it. Now it's getting a little stuck right now, but there. I have to say I really and honestly am really happy for this. I want to learn all the tricks on CSGO now, because I want to be able to, do all the tricks and like, oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. And flip it around and do the Zen rollover and everything. So, I mean, I'm going to have to work on it a little bit, but yeah, I think it'll be awesome. Kick that back a little bit. Food box. I didn't even realize. But yeah, like I said, I really, really, really love this thing. I would suggest to get it. It is a very good deal. For $50, I mean, everything you get, this thing is hand tailored. It isn't factory made, from what I understand, and you can see the love and all of the work that went into making, these knives. They're thick, they're durable, they're made out of 54 Hertz steel, which I think is what Hertz. It's like HRTS. I think it's Hertz. I might be wrong. Don't judge me if you're into metallurgy. But it's made out of pure stainless steel, and it's You can feel the weight. You can feel the weight to it. You can see the size of it. I mean, my hand, for any of you wondering, is about 4 to 5 inches across my palm. Which I know that because I know how big my hands are. And you can see here, if I was to line this bottom end up with that, and just see that there's still at least 2 or 3 inches on that blade, or the handles. And the blade alone, you know, it sets this thing to being even bigger. I think the blade is even bigger than my hand, as you can see there. I mean, this blade is 4 inches long, and well, it's actually there's 4 inches. So I mean, right there's at least another good 1.5 inches ish. So yeah, I mean, it's a great blade. It's really I mean, it really does look very good. I know that this piece right here on the teeth is very sharp still, even if you were to buy the dull one. Just everything on it feels so much nicer, you know, than just buying a, you know, store-bought one. I mean, even the little, even the mechanism feature to it, which is right there, which you can see, it's a spring. It's, you know, so it's a spring lock on the lock. So, you know, if you're flipping it, like I said before, it'll keep it straight up. You know, you can still bend it down. And whenever you actually do lock this thing, though, it stays locked. And, you know, you can't just, you know, go and flick it up like what you can on normal ones. You actually have to put pressure into the handle, which is a very nice safety feature because, you know, if you were to say go down and see, you know, your friends or family and there's young kids, you don't want them to be able to go, ooh, what's this do? And then flick it open and then they cut themselves on your knife. So by doing that lock, it prevents a lot less injuries per se. So, okay. With all that said, I do suggest this knife. I give it a 10 out of 10. In the quality, I give it a 10 out of 10 in the design and decoration of it. And I give it a 10 out of 10 out of it's still functional. And as weird as it may be to flick or flip, it's functional. So, and it's got a sharp blade on it. So, I give it, you know, 3 10 out of 10s, and for $50, the amount of, you know, stuff that you do get with it, it makes it really worth it. You know, you don't only get the knife, you get the custom box with the custom foam cutout, and you get the holster, which, let me just grab that. So, as you can see here, here's the box, which you guys would have already seen from the unboxing. Well, what I didn't know is that under the foam padding here, there's another little cutout, and it gives you this, which is, you know, a holster for your belt, which you can put on your belt and then put on your side, and you can then, well, you know, need to lock my knife up, and you can drop your knife in. That right there makes it worth $50. I mean, this is like a $10 holster, at least, if not more. And the fact that it's got, you know, branding on it probably makes it worth even more. I mean, that alone, you know, for normally what you're only buying is a knife with the paint job, which, let alone, is worth the $50 alone. This adds on to it even more to guarantee that that price is set. I mean, just to show you, you know, they could have just taken, you know, and cut some foam out. This is high-grade foam. I mean, this isn't, you know, just like, oh yeah, we're just going to go cut, you know, a whole bunch of white foam. This is, you know, black foam. It's layered, and it's cut to fit the knife just snugly, so it's not going to move around or at all. I mean, if you were to, you know, even try to slide this back in here, you can see, I mean, you actually have to put some pressure on it just to slide it in there. This thing doesn't go anywhere whenever it's packaged, and it's packaged nicely. As you can see there, I mean, that's how it came for me. That's how it will come for you. if you buy one, unless they change the packaging, but that is awesome. Like I said, I do suggest buying it. So if you are on the wall about it, now you know it is worth buying. And we'll see you all later. And I hope you all enjoy.